Bruh. All you need is your nuts, man. That's all you need. If we stop nutting, the women will crumble. It's that simple, brothers. It's that simple, my niggas. If we just hold our nuts in, stop looking at the hub, the women will crumble. They will crumble, bro. And I'll explain how they'll crumble. You might be thinking, well, how does this work? I'm going to explain it to you. Bro, if you retain for any period of time longer than a month, you're going to know that initially you're going to feel a lot more energy. That'll be the main thing. You'll feel pressure. Pressure will be big. You'll feel very horny. And then the other thing is you'll just be doing more. Like you'll just notice that you'll be doing more things. But you won't feel like you're trying to do more things. You'll just naturally do them automatically. Now, the longer you work at retaining, I'm not even saying like you have to be perfect, because like none of us are. I mean, maybe some of us weirdos, or you know, the real kings, the gods amongst us, that walk amongst us, that never nut. And I'm not really even saying that you should never nut again. What I'm saying is we're nutting too much. Way too much. That's what I'm saying. We're nutting way too much. Just, no. Okay. Number one, we got to stop looking at the hub. And number two, because we've been nutting to the hub and we've been nutting for so long, egregiously, it's created a system where females rule, okay? The whole reason why you feel angry and like women are making more than you and women are in suits now and women are making millions of dollars on OnlyFans and women are masculine as hell and women are doing all this crazy shit and they're gaslighting the hell out of men, guilting them and shaming them, and men don't even see it. The fact that they're manipulating them enough, women are manipulating men enough to create a system that favors women at the expense of men is precisely why your nuts matter. Your nuts matter, my guy. They say Black Lives Matter. I say nuts lives matter. I say balls matter. I say testicles matter, brother. This is very difficult to explain to a dude who's drained all the time. I'm going to use a little bit of a personal example here. I used to never listen to metal. I had no inkling to listen to metal music. Anytime somebody threw metal on, I was like, it's just kind of noisy. Why are they screaming? Why are they screaming, bro? You know? Why are they screaming? Where's the melody? Why is it so raucous and discordant? Why are they so angry? I was drained. I've been drained almost my entire life. Only in the last year and a half have I been filling, have my balls been filling. And thus, my masculinity is returning to me. My sight is returning to me. I was once blind, now I can see. This is what all the shamans have tried to tell you through all the years. This is what they're trying to tell you, man. That if you let your lust take control, the women will just brutalize us all. You know, it's just going to be a hellscape. Anyway, back to my example. I used to not like to listen to metal because I was so drained that I was so numbed and I was so empty for so long that that's all that I knew. I didn't know that something was wrong. Maybe in the very back corners, back crevices, basements of my cranium. Maybe I had a small inkling. There was a small little itch that like couldn't be scratched. But I mean, consciously, no. You know, dude, I would listen to like Coldplay and stuff. It was terrible. I would listen to like Coldplay and the Killers, and like I loved like Yellow. Come on, bro. Like, it's just a simp song. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. For who? Some bitch who has like, you know, she has 50 dudes watching her spread her butthole on OnlyFans at night for 2 G's a month? Get out of here. So I used to listen to just, you know, just the regular stuff, man. I get into Tame Impala. I still do like some Tame Impala. But, you know, just all like just the regular stuff. I like Deadmau5 for a while. I liked a lot of dance music and stuff. Just very down tempo, like easy listening, repetitive stuff. Okay. I'd like some like really in the feels type shit too. I'd like songs that were like very sad. I like to get into my feelings. I like to just lay there. I like to lay there in bed and just like put on some Moses Sumney, Doomed. Listen to that song. Moses Sumney, Doomed. And I would just put it on my head and I would just be like, woe is me. Like, woe is me. You know, I would just wallow. I would just wallow in like how artistic and how much of a struggle my life was and how complicated of a person I was. Nobody understands me. I'm so complex. I'm so dark and I'm so deep. Nobody can understand the darkness and the depth and the hurt and the damage. Put the light in the hope. Put the heartbreak. You know what I mean? Okay. This might be you, bro. This might be you. You might like to do this. You like to, you know, put on some sad shit and just kind of like mindful. It's just kind of a mental gooning. Like you're just mentally gooning, like in your mind, like kind of, you know, wallowing, pitying yourself. The thing is, bro, you don't have enough semen in your ball sack. That's just point blank, period. And you don't have enough semen in your, and the thing is, it's not just enough semen in your ball sack, because eventually you have sufficiently enough semen in your ball sack to where your body starts to recycle it into its body, right? It starts to use all that semen. Bro, don't ask me how this works. Any doctor, scientist you ask, they won't tell you, but they're the ones who prescribed you the vaccine. So, you know, they know what they're talking about. And because, you know, everybody's so healthy. Look at all these doctors. Look at the United States population. Oh, we're so healthy. We're so fit. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it recycles into your body, and it starts to heal your body, and it starts to heal your mind. It heals everything, and it heals what it needs to heal as a priority first. Okay, there's a lot that goes into this, but the main thing that I wanted to stress in this video is that it makes you more angry. Anger, a man's anger is everything. Everything, bro. Everything. Everything that was built around you, everything that you enjoy in the comforts of your own home was built by masculine anger, by a man's anger, bro. This is all stuff that was built by anger. You have to get angry. And the thing is, when you start retaining your seed, when you stop gooning to the hub, and you just forget about women, dude. Literally, bro. I'm done with, like, I don't even talk about them on this channel because I'm so done with them, bro. Like, they're old, bro. They're old. They're done. They are nuked. Women are nuked, bro. They're completely nuked. The bomb has been dropped. There's just a mushroom cloud where women used to be. Okay, they're over, bro. They're over. Okay, they're not women. Those are not women. Okay, because our balls are not full. We're not men yet. We're not men yet. Okay. It's really this simple, man. It's really this simple. You let your balls fill, you throw on some Viljarta, and you just you get angry, man. You start to look around, you start to sniff the air, you start to look at these creatures that they call women nowadays, and you start to look at what they're feeding you on the television, what they're brainwashing your fucking head with at every turn. You start to kind of see what's going on. You look at all the relationships around you and how, like, you know, they're kind of like the guy's kind of he's kind of subservient in a way. He's not leading in any way. Like, he doesn't have a mind of his own. It's all like a joint thing, and it's more like she's kind of the stronger, like, leader. It's like, what the hell? You start to see all these things, and the easiest way I can say it is you're just like, it's wrong. Like, all it is it's just wrong. And it's not like you're even, the thing about retaining semen is you get angry. You start listening to metal. You start cultivating a taste for metal because of your anger, because of the masculinity that's flowing from your sac up to your prefrontal cortex and down to your toes. You know, you just you start to just develop this anger, but it's almost like a harnessed wise anger. At first, you're gonna have anger where you don't really know how to use it yet, and you might find yourself in some sticky situations because you're angry now, and you've never really dealt with anger before. Okay, you've never actually been angry, but there was a lot of anger that was bubbling underneath the surface. It was all subterranean. It was just building. It was just bubbling, right? And you could feel it. Okay, and that was your drainedness that was on top of that. Your empty balls that were suppressing that. Okay, once you start to let your balls fill, all this that was subterranean starts to come to the surface. But then once it comes to the surface, once all this anger and all this trauma and all these different emotions come to the surface, you've never dealt with them before. You've never learned how to harness them, how to channel them, how to get familiar with them, how to understand them, how to use them in productive ways. Okay, this is why it's paramount to let your balls fill. There's going to be some growing pains. You're going to have to learn a little bit. You're going to have to learn on the fly. Okay, you're not always going to make the best decision with all these emotions that you got coursing through you now. This life, emotions, another word for emotions is life. You're now alive. You're pumping, you're alive. Okay. With that is going to come pain. You're going to start to feel a lot of pain, a lot of fear. There's going to be all sorts of shit, right? But you're going to have to go through it. That's the part of becoming, it's part of becoming a man, dude. And I only know this, I can only speak like this because I'm doing it myself, bro. And this is why you're going to like metal music. You're going to develop a taste for metal music because you're finally going to get angry. It's going to feed your soul. The metal is going to make sense to you. It's going to it's going to emulate, represent like the broken soul, the broken, furious, enraged soul of the modern man. Okay? Viljarta, bro, I mean, if you listen to this album, especially the second track on this album, it's literally like, if I could, if I could say that there is a musical manifestation, a musical embodiment of the modern soul of a man, I would say that that's it. If you listen to that song like 10 times, probably by the 8th or 9th or 10th time, it'll start to make sense to you. You'll start to feel like, holy shit. Holy shit, man. Like, get pissed, bro. Like, get pissed. Sad, though. It is sad. You might feel a little sadness as well. A little poignancy. You don't know where it's from. A little, maybe even it's not even a sadness, bro. It's like it's like an ache. It's just I'm trying to get all poetic right now, but it's a void full of ache, and just rage and apathy. It's beyond suffering. It's something that's been brewing, right? Okay. Feel that. Let your nuts fill. And if you dude, if you watch my videos, you'll know I'm still on this thing. I ain't out of the woods yet. I'm still battling. I'm in the trenches. Join me. Come hither in the trenches. We're getting our asses kicked. We could use your help. Empty sacks are flying across our face. I'm making videos like, hey, this is how you win wars. People are watching like, you look like you're losing now. You look like you're about to lose. But we're going to win, boys. We're going to win. The enemy is advancing and approaching. It's looking bleak. But we got our nuts. You've missed it this entire time. Your answer, you've been trying to do all this shit, make $1 million, drive a Bugatti. You're still working at Jiffy Lube somehow. You're still gooning to Jada Stevens in your basement, 5 times a day, doing Elden Ring runs and Fortnite runs just on loop, ordering DoorDash, just, I don't know, maybe you're paying for OnlyFans, maybe it's really bad, you know what I mean? But you forgot, you've done all these things, you've forgotten that you have your nuts. You've forgotten that you have your nuts hanging, bro. They're in between, look. You looked down there recently? Look, bro. Look right now, bro. You got your nuts down there, bro. They're sitting there. They ain't never going nowhere. They ain't never leaved you. I ain't never leaving you, girl. I ain't never leaving you, brother. They're there. They're there forever. And they just want to fill. They just want to fill, and they want to feed you, and they want to make you the beast of a man that you should be. This is the gospel. This is the nut gospel, bro. Welcome. Open your text to page 567. And God spoketh and said, the child that lets the balls filleth must listen to Viljartaeth, and he must get angry and he will see the light. He shall have no women. No, not these women. No, these are not women, brother. Get angry, bro. Get angry, bro. Let your balls fill. We got things to do. The world is crumbling. It's because we nutted too much. Stops today. That's it. That's the video.